Well, I'm here at the Sonnet stand here at IBC 2014. I've got Greg LaPorte with me. Hi, Greg.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Now, with the advent of this beauty, the Mac Pro, and obviously Thunderbolt 2 coming out, there's been massive amount of scope for expansion opportunities, and you guys are here to fulfill this, aren't you? I mean, some of these chassis are just amazing. Tell us a bit about it.
We have, we've always had the largest lineup of Thunderbolt expansion. We have desktop chassis that go from single slot, 2 slot, up to 3 slot. Yep. And then we have now the xMac Pro Server and the RackMac Pro. The RackMac Pro holds 1 or 2 Mac Pros in a rack mount configuration, ideal, for example, like for render farms and things like that. It doesn't have any PCI expansion, but it can hold our new Twin 10G, which is a Thunderbolt 2, yep, to twin 10 gigabit Ethernet ports. It'll mount inside the chassis, 1 for each Mac Pro. Right. Also, obviously, works well in the desktop. Yeah. But and makes the ideal client connection, yeah, when you want 10 gigabit, yeah, performance to a Thunderbolt enabled computer. But the most popular unit is the xMac Pro Server, yeah, which holds 1 Mac Pro, has 3 PCIe slots, and then room for all types of storage expansion. Right. This one has LTO tape drive. It has, and it also has 4 2.5-inch SSDs mounted along with it for expansion, all in the same, right, 4U rack. An example of what the inside of that looks like. This is actually our opened up Echo Express 3D. Yeah. It's the same 3-slot expansion that you have in the xMac Pro Server and in the Echo Express 3R, right, which is a rack mount version of this. So it'll hold 3 full-height, full-length PCIe cards. It is Thunderbolt 2, provides auxiliary power for cards like the Red Rocket X, which we have loaded here. We also have loaded our 2 double SSD cards. We call that the, yep, Tempo SSD Pro, which also has 2 eSATA ports. So this is a great expansion. It's all, yep, part of the xMac Pro Server. And then another feature of the xMac Pro Server, which I'll show you, yep, is the way it's mounted. Yes. It's cradled in this really nice cocoon that mounts securely inside the chassis. All of the cables that you would connect to the Mac Pro, for example, USB 3, yep, HDMI, yep, and gigabit Ethernet, we have short little cables that panel mount at the back of that mounting module. And so it just slides right in, all your cables connected up. You add your Thunderbolt cables that you're going to use, yeah, before you slide it in, and then you're ready to go. In this particular demonstration, we actually have this connected with another booth, right, neighboring booth, yeah, and it's running, so this Mac Pro is being managed from a Thunderbolt dock, okay, a Thunderbolt 2 dock, our Echo 15 Thunderbolt 2 dock. And so at your desktop, you have, with that dock, you have a Blu-ray burner, you have 2 eSATA ports, you have 4 USB 3 ports, you have a FireWire port, you have a also built-in storage, all in the same dock, an audio in and out, and that's remote. A lot of people love the, yeah, Mac Pro, but they don't really want it on their desk, especially all the things you got to connect to it. So it's rack mounted here. Think of it as the machine room mounting, and then there's a Thunderbolt dock on your desktop, and you connect your display to it, and you're as though the Mac Pro were here, but it's not.
And that's running over optical Thunderbolt?
Optical Thunderbolt cable. So standard copper cables come in 0.5 meter, 2 meters. Optical Thunderbolt cables, which we are now offering under our own brand, come in 5 meter, 5.5 meter, 10 meter, 30 meter, and 60 meter. So we're actually running a 60 meter optical cable over to the other booth in this demonstration. So it's quite remarkable, actually.
It's impressive, and you have a full range of Thunderbolt and Thunderbolt 2 products, not just for the Mac Pro, for the Mac Mini and the, yes, MacBook Pro as well.
Yes, we have, like I mentioned, all of the desktop, yep, expansion chassis, and probably our most popular product is the xMac Mini server, yep, which is now in its 4th generation. It runs ultra quiet, holds a Mac Mini, It holds two PCIe cards that are connected over Thunderbolt in the same chassis. It's all 1U rack mount, and it's awesome, and it is very popular in TV. We have Tools on Air and Softron sell it commonly with their systems. It's popular in post-production, is popular in audio touring. It's probably the most commonly toured with connection between the DAW and the console in tours that are going on today.
That's brilliant, Greg. Now, if people want to find out some more information about your fantastic product range, what's the website they can go to?
www.sonnettech.com.
Thank you very much. It's always fantastic to look at these things. They just blow my mind. I think they're amazing. Go and have a look at the website. Put the link on screen now. Everything else that we're doing here, IBC 2014, you'll find at our website and YouTube channel, so go and check those out as well.